What is up with people's obsession with the end of the world? Every time I talk to a group of students and ask them what they want to talk about, it's always end times and sex. And there's always a group that wants to know if there's going to be sex in the end times, but whatever. Let's talk about the end of the world. So thanks to Hollywood, we have lots of end times concepts. We have desert wasteland, we have global warming, we have rise of the machines, and we have zombie apocalypse. And as much fun as it would be to talk about any one of those, when I talk about the end times, I'm talking about the second coming. The most common concept is called the Rapture. And I'm not talking about Bioshock, Andrew Ryan, Big Daddy Rapture. I'm talking about Left Behind Rapture. The concept is that one day Jesus decides to take all the good people up to heaven. And while every Christian believes that there's some form of the rapture, the most popular one right now is called pre-tribulation rapture. If you haven't heard of it, just Google it. Better yet, they just made a movie about it with Nicolas Cage.
Hello? Hi, Mom.
Chloe, welcome home.
So is everything set for Dad's surprise party?
He got called into work.
Can I buy you a coffee?
I'm waiting for someone. My dad.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey.
Welcome aboard PanCon Flight 257 to London. Flight time today will be 6 hours and 30 minutes.
I love you.
People from all over this plane have simply vanished.
Chris, let me in! Chris!
I know you all want answers, and believe me, so do I, and I'll do my best to get them.
I heard some doctors talking. It's not just here. It's all over the world.
One of these days, the sky's gonna break.
Chloe, are you okay?
Yeah, but Mom and Raimi, they're both gone.
One of these days, the mountains are gonna fall into.
Irene knew this was coming. The way it happened. How could she know that?
He took them to protect them from the darkest time in the history of this world.
The God my mother talked about would never do something like this.
We all have a right to know if we're gonna die.
We're gonna die!
I have no spoilers, no flaps, no elevators, and if I run this thing dry, no reverse thrust. I need some room. I just really need you to know how much I love you, no matter what happens.
Dad?
Looks like the end of the world.
One of these days, the sky's gonna break, and everything will escape, and I know.
Okay, so basically, before coming back in all of his glory, Jesus decides to take all the good people up to heaven to relax, while all the bad and undecided people stay around on earth to stew about it, with the Antichrist running around raising hell on earth. Where in the Bible is that? Okay, so that's a fun story that makes for some exciting reading and movie watching. But do you really believe that, honestly? The concept of the secret rapture comes from a verse in the book of Matthew where Jesus talks about two people walking together, one being taken up to heaven and one being left behind. The deal is, all of the other verses that talk about the second coming talk about it being a pretty big deal where everybody's going to know about it. There's even one verse in the book of Revelation where it talks about the entire earth being rolled out like a scroll so that every eye will see and every ear will hear. So where do all the plagues, trials, tribulations, and Antichrist come from that Jesus and the book of Revelation talk about? Those are all signs that the end is near. So if you match up your Bible with history, all those guys walking around downtown major cities with signs saying that the end is near don't look so crazy. The Bible talks about there being earthquakes and eclipses, stars falling, wars, spiritual awakenings, and even the decline of religious freedom. Any of that starting to sound familiar yet? I see all these things happening around us, and it reaffirms my belief in a post-tribulation rapture. Just look it up. And if you don't believe me, just read Matthew chapters 24 and 25, then flip on CNN and tell me what you think. Everything that's going on around us tells us that we're living in the end times right now. You don't have to wonder about what's coming down the road. It's happening right now, and we're not long for this earth. So, stop watching Walking Dead for a little bit, open up your Bible, and you'll realize that we're living in a post-apocalyptic end-time scenario right now. Got questions or other topics that you'd love to discuss? Hit me up on Twitter or add to the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out organicministryproject.com. Thanks a lot.
Said I can mean it.